doubt that my body was craving lab-grown airhead bites. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of my life. If you are new here, my name is Tina Marie. This video is going to be a rundown on my second trimester. We have made leaps and bounds. I am currently 30 and a half weeks pregnant, less than double-digit week-wise to go. I have about 9.5 weeks if this baby decides to come on time. If you did not know because you are new here, I am expecting a baby boy in December, and me and my husband are just so over the moon ecstatic to welcome our first child into this world. So before I recap what has happened over the last 12-ish weeks, I do want to touch on my baby shower. I know I have been lagging on my upload game, and I did have every intention to vlog my baby shower because it was the most magical and memorable day of my life. Out of all of my milestone events that have happened, like my bachelorette, my bridal shower, my wedding, my baby shower for some reason was the one event that I put the most effort into. So I'm just going to show you a quick overview of the setup and the games and the gifts for everyone. So let me just quickly roll those clips. So even though I was unable to delegate a person to vlog the entire day for me because I was seriously just so caught up in the moment, I'm so happy I was able to document at least some snippets of the setup and what was going on. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, if you want to see what I got for my baby shower and all of my must-haves, I can definitely film a video for you guys. Just let me know in the comments down below. I know you guys all came here for my second trimester recap, so let's get that ball rolling. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little summary of week by week what has happened over the last 12 weeks. So your second trimester starts around week 14. This is usually considered the honeymoon phase. Unfortunately for me, foreshadowing a little bit, I never hit that second trimester sweet spot where I got a burst of energy and was feeling really, really great, which is totally fine. A lot of people ask me how I have been enjoying my pregnancy in general, and the best way to describe it is that it is just getting me to my end goal, which is to meet my baby. Don't feel ashamed if you feel the same exact way and that you're not in love with your pregnancy. It also took me and my husband quite some time to get pregnant, and I still feel that way, and it's okay for me to feel that way. It is a very rational thought. What I do love though is my baby, and I'm so excited to feel the immense love once he arrives in this world. So for those of you who did not get a rundown on my first trimester, I started feeling extreme nausea at about week 6, and that lasted all the way up to week 16 for me. It's more common for women to start feeling a lot better after week 12, but I did have an extra month of feeling nauseous in the morning. But once I did hit week 16, my nausea did start to fade away, and I was feeling a little bit back to normalcy. But scaling back to about a couple of weeks, at week 14 is when I found out the gender, and after I found out the gender, a huge weight was lifted off of my shoulder. Not because of the gender, but when you find out the gender, the other tests that go along with finding out if you are having a boy or a girl are a lot of genetic defects. And we did find out that our baby is in perfect health, which is the biggest looming fear that is over your head until you get those genetic test results back. Ever since then, I have just felt such at peace about this entire pregnancy. I have been so calm, cool, and collected, which is such a polar opposite feeling to have, especially for someone like me who is just always high on anxiety. It just feels great to not put all of this extra pressure on myself that I don't need, knowing that my baby is in such good health. Then starting from like week 14, 15, this is when I started getting some pregnancy cravings. I had intense urges to add salt to everything, and I know I started experiencing that towards the end of my first trimester, but this time it was getting a bit radical. I was adding salt to pizza, I was adding salt to oatmeal, I was adding salt to anything and everything, and I also really was craving a lot of sour things. The one specific craving that I did have was these Airhead bites, and I swear for a month straight I was eating Airhead bites about 4 out of the 7 days of the week. And sometimes what these cravings might mean is that your body is trying to compensate for deficiencies that you may have. So if you're craving ice cream, you might be deficient in calcium and examples like that. But I highly doubt that my body was craving lab-grown Airhead bites for some sort of deficiency. And that was the most seemingly out of the norm for me. So then around week 17 is when I started getting extremely moody and emotional. And I know that you can experience a lot of up and downs during pregnancy. That is nothing to be concerned about, but this was an everyday routine where I was crying hysterically because I was just so worried and down the entire month of July, I would say. And I was getting a little bit worrisome because I didn't think that I was going to be able to honestly like make it with my emotions being that amplified every single day of July. I am very happy that once August hit, everything subsided, but July was a lot for me and a lot was going on in like my personal life and my work life, and I just think everything hit me at once. I think my hormones were just lodged inside for the first 16 weeks of my pregnancy and then had a breakthrough. And then still stemming from the beginning of my second trimester, I also never got my radiance back. I swear this kid has sucked any glow that I've had in my entire life out of me. I'm hoping that I get some shine back postpartum, but now I have just accepted it and we are just moving on with our lives. So then starts week 19, which was the most supernatural week of my entire life because that is when I started feeling him move. For the first time ever that I did feel him move was actually at my job, and I ran out of a meeting to call my husband to let him know that I think I felt him kick. They do feel like little flutters or bubbles popping. It's like air bubbles popping within your stomach, and then they obviously just get stronger as you progress in your pregnancy. Now he moves, I would say, about once, twice an hour. He's starting to get into a routine, and it's really just so magical to watch him kick, feel him kick. It's really special to see my husband experience him. Ever since, you know, week 19, I've just felt such a strong connection to my baby. I have a weird attachment to him now, and I don't know if that is a normal feeling, but I definitely have just been feeling my love grow for him even more, and that's just how we are growing our bond. So then fast forward to week 21, new symptoms have entered. I started feeling a lot of pain near my pubic bone. I did go see my doctor and she said that my pubic bone ligament was stretching, and that is not common, but sometimes a pregnant woman can experience that. It may or may not heal postpartum, and obviously I'll have to get reevaluated if I still feel the same exact pain. Unfortunately, I've had to make a lot of modifications to my workout routine. So I usually, you know, work out 5 days a week, and I have still been keeping up with that. So huge pat on the back for myself because I thought going into my third trimester, my world was gonna turn upside down and I wasn't gonna be able to do anything, but it is modified. So I can no longer go running anymore, either on the treadmill or outside, because I am in severe pain and literally can't move for 3 days because that's how long it takes it to recover. And then I also started feeling a lot of rib pressure pressure and discomfort. It's because my uterus, whenever I am like sitting down or on my side, it's just pushing up into my rib cage. So I have to be very mindful of that. I can no longer sleep on my sides anymore, which sucks. And obviously I can't sleep on my stomach anymore because it is round and very uncomfortable for me and my baby. So I mainly just have to lay on my back. I also can't sit in the same position for an extended period of time because then my ribs hurt. Oh, and then the last major thing that has happened in my second trimester has been constipation. I almost had to go to the emergency room to get an anemia. I am butchering what this procedure is called, but I was going a full 6, almost 7 days without going to the bathroom. And I know that might be too much information, but that is a huge pregnancy symptom that I kind of feel gets overlooked. I now have to take fiber powder every single day, and then sometimes I also have to mix in a little Miralax if I am not going anymore. However, I don't want to jinx it, but this last week I have been having normal bowel movements. Maybe I have turned a corner. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself because it's honestly just been feeling so great. Something I have learned is that you just really have to be in tune with your body and recognize when things are wrong and take action, because then it can just obviously, you know, harm your health or your baby's health. Other than that, those are the biggest things that have occurred throughout my second trimester. Also, my husband and I have a baby name. I am not going to release that information to the public until he is born, but we are absolutely in love with the name we have for our baby. Our nursery is fully furnished, so be on the lookout for a fully furnished nursery tour. I know I'm probably beating a dead horse at this point, but I am going to try to continue to upload at a more regular cadence. I've just been so busy in my personal life that I haven't been able to pull out the camera, but I'm really hoping, especially postpartum, I will have a lot more free time to show you this new endeavor that I am going on. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.